So yeah, hi all. Mille asked me if I could maybe, if I have any thoughts about his games with Puyo, and since I really didn't feel like just typing everything out, I just decided to say what I think about the matches in video format. My commentary is not probably the most enlightening, but it's good enough to where I can probably help him to some extent. I remember the first matches were very goofy from like my initial watch through. So they were playing Whale Ghost. I believe every single match was Whale versus Ghost. First shot here, it's a one spawn. One spawns are kind of weird because it generally depends on how close it spawns to one of the players. Here I believe Puyo could steal this one from Mille, but Mille starts moving first. Puyo, I learned later on that he needed to turn on the recording in every single time he started the game, because he didn't feel like editing it later, so he was just editing it on the fly. So pretty much every single one spawn was Mille's, except for like I believe there was one exception. As you see here, if he didn't have to do it right now, he would have taken this one. But Mille gets it, so he has 1 star. Here nothing crazy, Mille can't take this one. And this one is free for Mille, so... I mean, an average start. 2 stars for Mille, 1 star for Puyo, getting the slow ghost. Mille gets this one, it's... Oh yeah, right. He misses this one, and Puyo takes advantage of that, steals it. I believe Mille tries to go for a block here. Oh no, sorry. What Mille is doing here is he is zoning Puyo away in case a box spawns on the left side. So he is just hoping for that 50-50 that a box will spawn on the left. And he's blocking Puyo so that he cannot interfere. I believe that does not happen in this match, and Puyo just goes for this box next. Oh yeah. Here, I personally really don't like this play. What Mille is trying to do is he's trying to steal Puyo's box with the slow ghost, but he's not really sure where the slow ghost is at the moment, so he's just kind of guessing. We can see here that he fails and the box goes to Puyo. If you're like desperate, this is a good play, but he had options. He really didn't need to go for this. Now he's down on energy. And because of this, actually, he cannot set up a double tap right away, so Puyo gets this box for free. Like, yeah, just overall mid play. I believe Puyo plays this safe here and doesn't try to clip. Oh no, he goes on the wrong side. He wanted to clip this, but he didn't notice that to clip this he has to be on the right because it's closer. Like, it's... How do I say this? The star is slightly more to the right than the shot, so if he wanted to clip this, he would have had to stand here on the right, and then clip this in between these two boxes, but you can see from the left it's slightly more difficult and he doesn't get it. Next, Puyo shoots down to Slow Ghost to try to triple tap this box. He likes doing that a lot. Oh yeah, display. Display is very fun. I learned from Puyo it was an accident. I'm not surprised it was, but still, it's very fun. So what happens here is he shoots a regular ghost shot. However, from his perspective, it looks like he shoots the box and then the regular shot hits the box. But what actually happens here is that the slow ghost hits. So he tries walking here, hoping to block Puyo, but the regular ghost shot is still flying, so that kills him here. It's a very fun play, but I know it was accidental, but still very fun. I like it. So on to game 2. I think that was a 2 HP spawn. 2 HP spawn on the right? No, it was 1 HP. Again here, Puyo needed to turn on the recording. Here... Actually, could he take this one? What I see Puyo doing here is that after he sees that he loses the first box, he's trying to get a box on the left. I mean, I don't hate this play. If I played this, I would probably be opposing Mille and trying to get a sneaky steal. But if you're not too confident in your steals, you can just, yeah, go onto the left, coin flip. Sadly, Puyo does not get the coin flip, so that's another box for Mille. He tries to... I don't know, this is... I don't know if he's trying to zone him. Like, it does not work at all because... Yeah, this is of course not a block. If he wanted to zone, what he would have to do is maybe like wait slightly more and then shoot like here on the left of Mille, so he cannot chase this box right away. But it works out for Puyo, he gets the box. Mille goes for the block. I believe Puyo does not try to clip it this time. He misses the box here, but it's alright, he still gets it. I assume he gets it because Mille did not expect Puyo to miss, so he did not go for the steal, but yeah, it works out in the end for Puyo. He also gets a lucky one box right after. And Mille here, I think that's just out of frustration, tries to go for a late block. Of course, that's not how that works. Puyo just gets the box, doesn't even need to try. From here, Mille fails a double tap. Puyo gets there in time and actually times it. Or, sorry, wrong replay. He suddenly does not time it. I believe it was close though. Yeah, like, one thing I noticed Mille doing a lot is he really needs to work on his double taps. Like, a lot of the time he just gets lazy, sees, oh, the enemy is far enough, maybe I can get away with it. And of course sometimes he does, as you can see here, but he needs to work on the double taps. It's just way too risky for no reason. Puyo gets a free box here, nothing special. Misses again, actually. Mille dies to it. I think Mille just didn't expect Puyo to miss and didn't react in time. We all get distracted sometimes. It's how it is. So we're going into match 2 or match 3 now. I believe that's the game with the 2 HP spawn. Yep, we get the 2 HP spawn on the left. Mille tries to go for a double tap. I mean, again, fails here, but Puyo mistimes the steal, so at the end Mille still gets the box. Puyo decides to take one for free, doesn't fight for the 2 HP box. What surprised me here, Mille can shoot this box right now. We know Puyo is not going for this. One, Puyo is clearly just not fast enough to chase it. And second of all, he has like no real reason to do it. He just gets the star here. It's difficult for him to steal this. No real benefit, I don't see it. But Mille still doesn't go for the box. Goes for the star first, now chases it. It looks goofy at this moment. He gets lucky with a free HP box here. Doesn't get the 2 HP box, but now he's first to this box. So yeah, he just takes this one. Yep, okay, he gets it. I wasn't sure for a second. Puyo tries to block. Does not work out for him. Sorry, got distracted. Yeah, Puyo goes for a block here, does not work out for him, he accidentally hits the box. Mille gets the star. Puyo tries to get the box. We hear a jumbo approaching. Puyo here could have taken this, but sadly he mistimes it. And yeah, there he goes. No jumbo gaming this time. Okay, on to match 4. Here, okay, it is the 2 box game, or the 2 HP box. So yeah, they just go for a 1-to-1 trade here. And I believe now we have a 2 HP box on the left. Puyo goes for a slow ghost, setting up. Mille again fails the double tap, doesn't even try to get it really. And now Puyo is opposing, he can take this for free because Mille is not in a position to double tap. I'm not sure what happened here. Okay. Puyo was just trying to go for a trade, but what happens here is Puyo accidentally takes his box because he shoots it a bit more to the left than he planned. And then the second shot that went astray now hits this, just right for Puyo to take it. So a little bit of mambo jumbo, but yeah, we can see that Mille is so so surprised by this action that he doesn't even try to interfere, or sorry, deny Puyo. He gets a lucky box as compensation for free. And now we're going... Yeah, we're past the first 3 boxes. Again, Mille slightly fails the double tap. Puyo does a good timing here. Mille tries to go for a wall trap. A lucky box saves him here. Or sorry, saves Puyo here, but the box also gives Mille super heavy, so that's good for him. Now he has super heavy. Barrage is good into players like Puyo who cannot really dodge it that well. So we still want to have that win condition, we still want to ramp into this. But he has super heavy, this is his main win condition. Of course, wall trapping and super heavy are the main things that Will wants, so we're just happy that he's happy that he ramped to this. Puyo has full build. With Puyo's build, you generally wanna stall to like mid to late game and try to combo. So Puyo has no real business setting up. He's just probably shooting this down to maybe go for some double taps on the boxes, deny that barrage. But yeah, we're starting to get into the mid game. We're closing in. Blocks from, or sorry, wall traps from Whale becoming way more scary than before. Puyo tries to block, fails here. He gets 1 out of 2 for barrage. Puyo tries to go for a combo here, Mille dodges. And I believe Mille goes for a wall trap here. So yeah, this is definitely a big problem on Puyo's part. I'll explain it real quick why. I explained it to Puyo already, but I'm gonna explain it just in general. When you're in positions like this, when the enemy has energy advantage, yeah, we can see like he just shot 2 shots and he's still at 7 energy, so that means he was like at 9 energy a few moments ago. Actually, let me just grab a screenshot of that. Yeah, okay, this is a very nice screenshot right here. Whoops. Okay, like this. So yeah, we can see right here, Puyo at 2 energy, just wasted all on the combo. Mille here sitting at full energy bar, so right now Mille is at +6 here. So this means that Puyo really wants to play defensive here. This is a moment at which Mille is very strong. Both of these boxes are going to the right, both this one and this one, which is a free HP box, going to the right. So of course what Mille wants to do here ideally is just try to sort of block off Puyo and then just slowly shoot him down with super heavies like this. And Puyo, what Puyo does here is he does not realize this, and he continues to position here, probably to steal this box. But again, there is no real reason for him to sit behind this box. Like, first of all, this one has more HP, so we definitely want to sit behind this one if we want to use it just as a shield. Second of all, it's more on the right, it's more difficult for Mille to go for a wall trap from here. And this is just like asking to be blocked. He's sitting right here in front, Mille will position to the right here in this clip, while Puyo will continue to sit behind this box. So yeah, we can see that, we can watch this now. We go back to the video. So what happens here is Puyo see, he continues sitting behind this box. Mille uses the situation, starts setting up a wall trap here. And Puyo actually does 2 things wrong here. First of all, he does not even try to zone him, he just tries to hide behind the box, hoping for the best. Sorry? Wait, how the fuck do you pause recording? Okay, we're back, I need to do something real quick, so back to the position at hand. Puyo here does not position for the wall trap, does not anticipate it. There are 2 main mistakes which he does here. First of all, he does not stall. Mille here. What you'd want to do here in general is probably after you get into this situation, which yeah, realistically you don't want to risk that. You want to probably stall your opponent, hope that you get a left box spawn to bail you out. Here, sadly, we can see that Puyo does not attempt that. Second of all, this is too wide. With the right timing, Puyo here, we can see, I think he has 4 stars, but I'm not sure. But he has 3 stars for sure. So with 3 stars, you can absolutely clip this with a good timing, but we can see that he does not attempt it here. He just goes to the wall and dies. So that's second win for Mille. Well played by him. He noticed the situation, he noticed Puyo getting carried away, and he secured the match. So on to match 5. I remember all of the Puyo wins were very silly, so if this is another one of them, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so here, Puyo actually does not open the recording right away, or at least he opens it very quickly, and he is able to position for the 1 box, and he does get it, just barely. Gets zoned by Mille's stray shot, which gets a box for Mille, but again 1 for 1, we like those. Good trade. Puyo positioning for this, taking it right away, not taking any chances with Mille's blocks or with Mille's double taps. Here this is not that difficult of a pickup, but Puyo slightly mistaps, does not want to risk it and just leaves it at that. He continues trying to ramp. Again, Mille trying to get super heavy. This is a very funny position because as soon as they both realize a box spawns here, they are both going for it. But Puyo does something peculiar here. He walks back, he shoots a slow shot. From what I know, he did that so the slow shot doesn't hit the box. But the slow shot is, as you see in the name, is slow, so it wouldn't hit anyway. And now Puyo loses that precious time, which gets Mille there first, and just doesn't give Puyo ample time to go for the steal. It's still close, but if Puyo didn't go for the backstep here, he would definitely just steal it from Mille. Because again, Mille did not go for a double tap here, he just said, yeah, fuck it, he is not fast enough, which he was correct. Puyo was just in a wrong position. So there we go. Then Puyo goes back here, again spams here right away, does not take any chances. Mille goes for a block here. I don't remember if Puyo picks this up, he actually doesn't. This was a tricky pickup, so I'm not surprised he didn't try to clip this. Puyo trying to set up some double taps with Slow Ghost. He takes this. He tries to go for a steal here, which doesn't work. Puyo could have tried to go for a read here, knowing that Mille would just spam. If Puyo also spammed here, just after that ghost shot, he shot another ghost shot just right away. Or maybe just like a little delay, right? He would be able to steal this. Purely because we know Mille was going to spam this, because we've seen him do this before. He thought this was safe for him, just as before when... yeah, just like here. Mille knows that Puyo cannot take this in time, so he takes this, and we know that when he's sure, he just spams this. Again, we know that Mille is sure about this box, so if Puyo played the mind game here, he would be able to steal this, but fails it, tries to steal reactively, fails at that too, and Mille gets super heavy. Again, nice for Mille, he has a win condition, it's fun. So now Puyo, again, he needs to stall to late game, so he's not as desperate about this box. Still gets it. Mille does the 7 cost block, the classic. Yeah, sometimes it just goes like that. Puyo here probably just trying to set up something so he can get Ghost 5. We are in the mid game, starting to close in. Here again, Puyo gets walled. Again, same thing. We can see we have Mille high energy, Puyo not so high energy, both boxes going to the left. Practically the same situation as before. Puyo again does not react to this really. He is too focused on getting this box, hopefully ramping to Ghost 5. But yeah, there we are. He gets walled again. However, this replay goes a little bit different because again, Puyo, we can see here. He does he stall correctly here? Oh yeah, this doesn't even really matter here because a box bails him out. But I believe he stalled well here. He breaks the right going box instead of the left going box, which is sad because if he tried to somehow go for this box on the right, he would be able to get Ghost 5 and not get walled, but Puyo actually breaks his shield here, breaks his last line of defense, hoping for to get that Ghost 5. Here again, he does not take the dodge after Mille misplays. I'm guessing it's because, mostly because, yeah, again, he was not anticipating it. He was positioned here, he was scared, he was just running away. He thought that he wouldn't make it, but if you just keep calm and look at your situation, you can clearly see that this is dodgeable. Especially with his amount of speed, he's at 3 stars here. But yeah, sadly it doesn't happen. Puyo tries to zone Mille here. A little bit too late, but this is generally how you wanna zone. You wanna shoot on the left so you delay their trap. Hopefully maybe even wasting their energy so that they cannot trap you at all. Puyo just gets bailed out again by a box. It's a 50-50, it just happens sometimes. But Mille still is in a very comfy position. This probably threw the entire game for Puyo. because he loses tempo, he loses 2 energy, he now has no energy for Ghost 5, he needs to wait for another 4 energy instead of 2. So Mille uses the fact that Puyo is low on energy, positions for a box in. Puyo, instead of going for Ghost 5, places down another slow Ghost, which doesn't really do anything for him. And from here it's just not really savable. Maybe Puyo could have tried to go for a sneaky Ghost shot last minute, like right here. When Mille was about to go for the last shot, Puyo should have just went to the left, just risk it all, try to hit any Ghost shot. Again, if he didn't set up those 2 slow Ghosts, which don't really do anything here, he would have been able to afford Ghost Shot into Ghost 5, which is amazing for him here, probably a win. But he does neither. And also doesn't really go for another dodge here, which is just given to him, but it is what it is. Puyo is just too scared at this point, and dies, yep. So yeah, definitely a lot of mistakes. Mille definitely, when he's going for a wall trap, he gets stressed out a lot, he leaves those gaps, so against the right player, they can easily dodge those. Puyo definitely plays too much into his setup to the point where he sets up into nothing because he wastes all of his energy onto the setup. Also, you cannot really set up in late game unless you have, like, again, 10 energy and you're just camping, but Puyo was running away and setting up. Not really how setup works. On to match number 6. Puyo again turning on the recording, not getting 1-drops. We get a 2-box here. Mille not in a position to double tap this, so Puyo just takes it right away. Mille gets the other one, tries to go for a block. Of course, two energy blocks are not really a thing. Actually, I should probably explain the thing about 2-cost interference. If you're playing against a good player, they are able to clip your 2-cost block every time. But even they can sometimes fail because of positional blocks, which is not really a term, I just made it up for the sake of having a word to name it, but positional block is, for example, here. Puyo is sitting on top of the trap and Mille goes for a block here. Of course, not surprising, it does not work. Puyo gets the block. God damn it. Here. Okay. Mille tries to go for like a regular shot, regular single heavy. So what Puyo can do is he can just wait it out and go from behind. Because, yeah, boxes are very easy to clip in this game. So this is not a situation in which you can realistically go for a 2-cost block. How 2-cost blocks work if, let's say, Puyo was not here, and Puyo was here instead, right? So if this was the position they were in, what Mille could do is he could probably just shoot it maybe even a little bit more to the left than I drew here, like around here. Because again, this does not really interfere, but after it passes, Puyo just does not have enough time to come back to this and he has to leave it at that point. So generally, you either want to go for occasionals like this one, where someone is not on top of the star, or you want to go for a 4-cost. I believe Mille did this here because he could not afford a 4-cost block, and yeah, as you can see, he goes for 2, he has 2 energy left. But in this position, you just don't block. There's just really no reason to spend this energy on him here, because now let's say if let's just say this, I don't think this is the timing for a 1-box, but theoretically, if a 1-box spawned like right now here, you now have no energy to really contest it. Puyo just takes it first, right? Or on the left side. So we definitely want to sit on as high of an energy bar as possible, and Mille very often just wastes that energy to try to go for some sketchy blocks that will not work 9 out of 10 times. Or 99 out of 100, honestly. Here Mille tries to go for a steal. Puyo, with how deliberate this looks, I want to say that this was a fake hit. Like, he was trying to fake out Mille into thinking that he's gonna hit twice so Mille can steal it. Which, if this was on purpose, and I really believe it was on purpose, I respect that play, because now we delay super heavy. Puyo is not really good at denial, so Mille will get super heavy eventually. For example, here, Puyo does not go for the block, or nor really the steal. But generally, we want plays like those. We want plays like those to happen because we can just waste more time, more of Mille's time here, because every second that Mille does not have super heavy is a moment when he's desperate to like try to get it, when he's not on the offensive, right? Because knowing Mille, he does not really like playing into only with single heavy, playing aggressive. When he doesn't have super heavy, he's very desperate to just try and get that super heavy, which is a good approach to have, but it also leaves you prone to, again, denial. This match, or like in this matchup, we cannot really see that happen because Puyo, again, not that good at denial. He will just let Mille have it. A little break here. And yeah, also sorry for ranting so much, but sometimes I just feel like I'm not giving enough commentary, not enough informational content here to like help them, and like the whole reason I'm making this video is to help Mille analyze those matches. So sometimes I just talk about random stuff, but I believe that most of the things I say are good to know. Okay, let's just continue. So now Mille has super heavy. This is again comfortable position for Whale. We like this. Puyo going for the Ghost 5 here. He needs to ramp eventually. He does not need it early because he does not really have any setup with it early, but he needs to get it eventually. So Mille's main strategy here will be denial. Or he will actually try to trap Puyo here. Puyo dodges it. It would be very fun if Puyo got the box here, or like fun for him, I guess. He does. Mille goes for a block. Puyo does not position for the clip. He goes to the other side. This was not that difficult of a clip. Well, it looks very intimidating. Realistically, if Puyo was on the right side here, he would be able to clip it right about now, because we can see how much it is offset to Puyo's left, right? Fuck, I hate English. We can see how much it is positioned to Puyo's left. So if he was on the left side of this, he would be able to just sneak in, take this out. Of course, then he is left prone to heavy shot, just getting walled here. But if I remember correctly, looking at Mille's positioning, yeah, he is not really interested in walling Puyo here. This was really just... he just wanted to wall this and dip. Maybe if Puyo went to the left, he went for a wall, but... we can see from the delay, even right now, we can see that he's just not interested. So if Puyo started walking right away here, and he reacted right away, it would still be too big of a gap, and Puyo could just pick this up, dodge here. So, also I have no clue if you can see my cursor, but I believe it is still pretty, like, pretty understandable what I'm talking about. So yeah, as we continue, Puyo does not get the star, which is unfortunate for him. Puyo here waiting for a box overlap. We get 2 boxes. I believe he will get a steal here, a very good steal. Yep, very beautiful timing from Puyo. He gets both of the boxes. Mille, not enough energy to go for a block. Again, same mistake. He does not really save energy for any aggressive plays. When he sees the star, he really feels the need to deny it, and that's just really not possible with a 2-cost when someone is sitting on top of the star. So, of course, one note about this, what I'm saying right now, when you're closer in, it's easier to apply pressure with heavy shots. So, of course, if they are gonna close in, if they're gonna be closer together, that single heavy shot becomes a possible denial option, but just at this distance, it is not realistic. Because it is just way too easy to react to. And as we're going into the late game, or I guess still into the mid game, the later parts of the mid game, Puyo goes for the position again where Mille can wall him in, but reacts in time. Mille a little bit late on the wall because he wants to have enough energy to continue it. So Puyo gets away. Again, we can see the exact same position, right? 2 boxes going to the left, Whale on the right of another player. This is a very common position for all it's worth. So you definitely need to remember this, because this, when you're playing against Whale, this will come up, and this is definitely very good to know, that you do not really want to be here. Mille is very desperately trying to go for a wall. Puyo will waste his energy on a Ghost 5 here. I believe that was he was just stressed out trying to end the match early. Or maybe trying to go for a sneaky angle here. But yeah, Mille was just not in the position in the slightest to get hit by that angle, so this is just a wasted Ghost 5. Now Mille has that tempo advantage, he can break this box and still be ahead in energy. But yeah, unfortunately, he gets too tunnel visioned on this, does not notice the slow ghost in time and dies like this. Oh, this is the beauty of slow ghost. Like, it's very easy to just get stressed out if you're not focused, if you're very easy to panic. Okay, anyway, going into match 7, I believe this is the first match that I have not made any notes about. Because I decided I'm not making a script, so I didn't feel the reason to really make notes about everything. I was just sort of warming up to analysis. Here, again, Mille's special. He has not learned the timing. He's just going for pseudo double taps. This is not really a double tap at all. Puyo takes advantage of that. While this was very close, it's Mille's fault and not really Puyo's luck that he loses this. Mille, again, not enough energy now to contest this. It wouldn't matter if he got this box with a double tap, but wait, he gets that box? Huh. Okay, sorry for that. I really thought that Puyo got this one. Again, this was failed, so for all it's worth, Puyo should have gotten it, but again, we are not all perfect, we will mess up sometimes. Like, this just looked so blatant to me that my brain, I guess, just by default went, yeah, this is getting stolen instantly. But yeah. Now Puyo gets the other box. I guess Mille got a bit lucky here with the fact that Puyo messed it up, so now this is 2 stars into 1, comfortable position for him. This time actually double tap sorta correctly, good enough, like this is an acceptable double tap. As opposed to the one we've seen before. He is sitting on super heavy very early on, very comfortable position. I hate this, again, Puyo messing up, but there's no reason to do this, right? Like, you are in a comfortable position here, you can block with super heavy if you're stressed that he'll get this box, like... I don't see the reason to just go for a triple, this is so easy to steal here. Again, Puyo will mess up, but realistically, this is just a bad play, just plain bad play. This box very close to Puyo, not going, just like what I said before, you can just save energy and go for a block like this. Because again, like, even if you say like, yeah, I don't really want to block this to save energy, like, hitting this 3 times costs 6 energy, like, blocking with super heavy is still cheaper. Let alone if you actually time your heavy shots correctly and block with 2 heavy shots, right? But anyway, we are in this position. Puyo gets the box, Mille gets the block, and Mille is probably planning to ramp into Barrage here. Puyo is just trying to get the Ghost 5. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, right? Of course, like, you can clip this stuff, but with a right timing, it's almost impossible to clip this, so it's still so worth it to go for the double heavy block, because, again, well performed. It's almost impossible, if not just impossible, sometimes to clip those, so... I'm very happy that he did this here, instead of just trying to take the box again. Now, lucky box for Puyo. It's just how the game goes sometimes. In my opinion, he should have went for a block here with double heavy shot, but I think he got distracted by the box. The idea of getting Barrage right away, because I think he's not that scared of Puyo getting this here. But I believe what happened here is Mille saw the box and he was like, yeah, I can ramp into Barrage, he still needs 1 more star, so I don't need to deny this. Then he realized, okay, maybe I can deny this, but it was too late, he wastes energy. Now he cannot take the 4 cost so easily, and Puyo gets the star anyway, so... Again, just Mille getting stressed out. Now Mille tries to go for a surprising, a surprise block out of nowhere. I believe, yeah, Puyo did another thing that I recommend doing here. Going for a reverse wall when someone is walling you. Because when someone is walling you, it's very likely that they are even slightly distracted, and that slight bit of distraction is enough to catch them into a wall of your own, especially if you're playing as a character with faster shots. So this is exactly what happens here. Mille tries to wall Puyo, does not realize in time he's getting counter-walled, he tries to run away, but it is too late for him and he dies. I really like this play from Puyo, again keeping the calm mind, not going for a zone, realizing zoning will not do much in his situation. Although he could have zoned here, but like we can see Mille really rushing, so he knew that he cannot zone. So Puyo really played this very calmly, assessed the situation, and has decided to yeah, counter wall. Very good play from him. I like that. So here we're going into the 8th match. I'm 100% sure I have not seen this one. I have not watched the last few because I just wanted to start doing this, seeing how it goes. So here we can see a box getting ignored here. This is a common situation, or I guess not that common, but it happens when we have one player who does not want to take the box. We can see this one is way closer to Puyo. So this does not look that attractive to Mille because he knows that this is very easily stolen from him, especially now that he has mispositioned and he went out of the position where he can double tap this. Right now he's here, he cannot double tap this anymore, he would need to run here from where Puyo can notice this and just steal this box. So there's no world in which Mille gets this box. So Mille just wants the second box, but Puyo is playing denial here, and what Puyo does here is he wants to steal this box. So that means he has to get out of the position to hit this box as well, and it just gets left in the dust. If Puyo fails the timing here, because Mille does a pretty nice timing here. If I was playing in Puyo as Ghost here, I would have just went for this box straight up. Maybe even now just double shoot it. Don't care about this really much, because this is just I like to play consistently, and I believe that's the more consistent play to just go for this. Puyo gets lucky with a 2-drop on the right, or I guess lucky, it's a 50-50, so not that lucky. So yeah, he just picks this up, tries to zone Mille from a potential wall. I like that. But I think Mille was not really trying to wall Puyo here, because he knew that in early game box spawns are way more chaotic, so you cannot really anticipate stuff like this. And we can see that's actually exactly what happened, so I believe these shots are more so to just zone Puyo so he can get this free box for free. He does not go for it, which I guess makes sense because he just did not start setting it up fast enough. But it doesn't really matter because he still got the overlap, he still got the trade 1-for-1. Puyo got this box, but Mille blocked it. Just, you know, regular vanilla matchup stuff, nothing crazy. It's as crazy as the regular shot versus heavy shot goes, just very basic stuff. Here, Mille again tries to steal from a slow ghost double tap, or a slow ghost, I guess. Was that a triple tap? I'm not sure. Again, fails the block here because he goes for the single block. This is what I was talking about, like, when someone is away, right? When someone is away from the star, you can sometimes go for a block that's like half zoning and half blocking, but this was too large of a distance. Puyo was still too close to it, so this is just wasted energy. However, what this sets up is now Puyo is stuck on the right side, so if this was on purpose, then I really like this play. It does not look like it, but if he's shot that just anticipating that Puyo will go on the right side, get zoned, I like the idea then, because Puyo does not have enough time to come back here. He does not have any denial tools like Curve Ghost to block this. So this just guarantees him the super heavy. So if this was his plan here, then I really like this play from him. So yeah, again, Puyo has ramped already, which is slightly unfortunate for Mille, but we know from Mille that he does not really play around Ghost 5 denial. He's just looking to ramp himself. Yeah, as we can see, he's going for that. As we can see, he was going for that barrage. Again, this is very common when Mille is playing. He very easily gets stressed out and does not pay attention. He does not look at the Ghost 5 because one thing you can do when you don't remember Ghost 5 pattern, you just look at someone shooting it and you can kind of just assess where it will go. But he just gets stressed out, just tunnel visions onto the star and gets sniped by Ghost 5. Not that great of a play from Puyo, but Mille just misplaced it, so it works out for him. On to match 9. I believe we have 11 matches here. It was a 10 set, but they played 11 matches on accident, I believe. We get a 2-spawn. Puyo does not wait for him here. Puyo knows that Mille will go for just a double tap here, which I like those reads. Reads are so satisfying, and it's so nice to see people try. I generally don't see much reads, but as Mille started playing more and as Puyo started playing more against Mille, I'm seeing a lot more reads in the game. So here, just again, the mind game of Puyo knows here that Mille wants to go for a double tap here, and as we see, he's even holding down the button. We are absolutely correct about this. So Puyo does not take the chance, right? This is not a reaction to Mille. This is just, I wanna take this box before he has the chance to double tap this, right? So Puyo just double taps this, or sorry, he just breaks it. Does not give Mille the chance. Mille has wasted now so much energy, he cannot block this, so this is just free for him. And also he has wasted so much energy that he cannot just take this. If Puyo plays this correctly, he just rushes to the left, maybe even drops the star, but I would personally not drop the star here. But my point is, he does not have enough time to take this. Puyo is not interested in stealing this, he just goes for the box of his own. And this is, again, Puyo forcing a 1-by-1 trade by doing a very nice read earlier on. Mille tries to go... This is still like kind of too late. Or like too close. But this is more so what I mean by positional blocks. You do it like this, so they need to sit on the left from where they can't clip the star. But again, Puyo is not interested in picking this up, he's just gonna take the one cost. One cost that cannot be blocked by Mille. Even he knows that this is just a hopeless position to block, so he just accepts that Puyo gets it. And Puyo is in a very comfortable position here. Mille again trying to do this without a double tap. Again, Puyo mistiming the steal. This is a very common theme. We are not spectating a top player lobby, so of course my logic does not always apply here. But generally, when you have like very good players facing off against each other, most of the steals, if like your opponent is not double tapping, you are able to steal this. But of course, this is not what we're looking at, so Mille does get away with mistakes like this, but I still believe that it's worth pointing out that it is still a bad play, that it is a mistake. But yeah, let's just continue spectating. Mille gets that second star, comfortable position. Or I guess I would be stressed out if I was if I was playing Whale here, but again, Puyo has slow ghost, so there's no real denial potential here. So he just waits for the boxes to overlap, and he takes this. Not much Puyo can do here. Maybe Puyo could have like... One option Puyo had here is shoot this once and see what he does, because see, if this was shot once, that would be 2 energy and that's a potential steal, right? But yeah, Puyo does not go for anything advanced here, they just go for a 1-for-1. I would have tried to deny Whale as much as possible, but again, Puyo does not have enough denial tools in his kit, so while what I'm saying sort of applies, it does not really work, because without slow curve, Whale is pretty much guaranteed to ramp to super heavy sooner or later. Because Puyo is just playing full setup, he's playing no denial, no map control, he just really wants to set up some sort of slow ghost, ghost 5, or like slow ghost into ghost shot plus ghost 5. Which is a fun build to run always, but it does mean that you cannot deny Whale, and Whale will always be strong against you when you're playing something like this. Anyway, Mille still looking for that barrage ramp. Mille still not fucking double tapping, by the way. I guess I cannot be mad at him at this point. Puyo does not miss... Oh, he does miss here, actually. I thought this was the double tap bug. But I digress. Puyo fails the steal, again, which results in Mille getting this. So one note, if there was one thing that I would want both of them to take away from this, Mille, I believe he really needs to practice his double taps. He really struggles from the fact that he's just not double tapping really. And Puyo, I believe he has to play less setup. I still respect that he's running Slow Ghost, but realistically speaking, if you wanna run Slow Ghost, you cannot spam it that much, right? Like we saw a couple games earlier, he's just really trying to sell that setup, and sometimes even setting up in the in the late game, just losing himself the game because of the setup. You have to play way more aggressive. Sometimes you just have to accept that Slow Ghost will not be used, and you have to go for a regular Slow Ghost, or sorry, Ghost Shot Ghost 5. But yes, even with that, this is still not a bad game. They are playing very well. Of course, Mille, as we can see from his nickname, he is not really in the best mental space, so he will be making more mistakes than usual. Puyo going for really. Okay, this is surprising actually. Wait, what happened here? Whoops. Recording still working? Recording still working. Okay, nice. I guess back to the match. Sorry for that. Which one was this? This is this one, right? Yeah. This is very surprising to me because again, this bad play from Puyo. If he wanted to do some sort of the combo with the Slow Ghost here, right? I would definitely not shoot it from here and hope for a diagonal, because we can see diagonal just goes too far. See, the diagonal is here. I believe he was playing for the diagonal here. What I should have, or I guess what I would have done here, is I would sit on the right of this heavy, and try to go for like a double tap with this plus this. Which again, none of those are realistic, right? But if anything, you definitely don't wanna just go for a diagonal this far. Either try positioning for a proper diagonal from like here-ish, from more of the left. Actually, can you see my cursor? You cannot, I don't think. Curious. Well, way more on the left, just if you wanna go for that diagonal, really learn that diagonal. But as we can see, Mille, again, getting a bit distracted here. We know he's not really that well right now, so I'm not surprised that he dies from this. But yeah, Puyo just shoots down a Ghost 5. And I guess he just doesn't pay attention to where it was shot, so he just tries to go to the left for no reason. Or maybe, another option now that I think about it, maybe he was also confused about the Ghost 5 diagonal. Because it seems like both of them didn't know where it would go, honestly. But yeah, I don't wanna be that rude. Of course, they are still like, this is not words. This is not tournament play. They're just goofing around, having fun with a 10 stack. So I'm just, you know, I'm not really berating them for this, not scolding, I'm just pointing out the mistakes. Again, we have a 2-box spawn. Wait, is this the same game? Wait. No, don't tell me did I accidentally analyze the same match twice? Because here, yeah, he dies from Ghost 8 here, right? Wait. No, that is right, he... What? So yeah, here he dies to the... Yeah, here he dies to the Ghost... Oh, that's why it's at 10-11 games, because he accidentally put the same game twice, okay. So yeah, I guess we can look once again at this beautiful death. Okay, that's funny, honestly. So yeah, I guess honestly deserved losing 2 points for that dodge. Going into game... So wait, this would be game 10, right? Yeah, this is game 10. So yeah, the final game, Puyo here winning 3-6. Again, as we can see, Ghost can most of the time win the 1 cost if he does not take his time to turn on the recording. So now, this is, again, not contestable for Whale. I respect what Puyo tried to do here, because I believe what he tried to do is either double tap with Slow Ghost, or bait out energy from Mille, knowing that he doesn't double tap. Which both are good ideas, but as you can see, he mistimed it, so womp womp. Mille gets second star super heavy very early on. Another reason why you wanna deny Mille super heavy is because he's not that good with regular heavy ghost or like heavy shot blocks. So words, where are they? Okay. So generally why you wanna deny super heavy from him is also because this is like his main denial tool. Like this is the tool that he's good at. He can deny with super heavy well. So as long as Mille specifically, not well in general, but as long as Mille specifically does not have super heavy, it's way easier to just collect stars. Which is good for Puyo because Puyo really wants that Ghost 5 and he's really not that good at actual proper positioning here to get more stars. But yeah. Or I guess against other not so good whales. Here, I don't want to say Mille is a bad whale. Mille is a good whale, but his skill set is very skewed. He's good at stuff like walling, he's good at late game, sword is good at late game, right? But then there's stuff like denial and double tapping, which he's just horrible at. He needs to learn the timings. Like, this is the brutal truth of playing well. You gotta go into that practice tool and just try hitting this stuff, right? It's brutal, but it is the real. It is what it is, right? If you wanna play well, it is what you have to do. So yeah, Puyo definitely here was trying to cheese him, did not work. Puyo picks this up. Another timing here, you can see this for example just barely not clippable, but most of the time he leaves that small smidge where you can clip. He definitely has to. His denial is still better than double tapping because his double tapping is basically non-existent. Like, see, this is a good timing, right? This is what you wanna do. See, no, almost no clip potential. See here, beautifully blocked. You cannot grab it from the front. A very slight moment where you can grab it from behind between the two boxes, but the hitbox is just so strict that it's just a bad play to even go for this, even if it's possible. So this is the type of block which you wanna see be done consistently. So we can see that Mille is definitely getting better at it, but it's still lacking. He's still living that spot most of the time. But it doesn't really matter here because he does have super heavy. Sadly, this is, again, he does not have enough energy and there's a box, so he cannot deny this one. We can see that the match is done soon, so I'm very curious how this one ends. Puyo, again, going for another overlap from behind. Mille is gonna go for a wall here. Yeah, this is a wall from... Come on. Okay, yeah, so this was a wall from... such a shame. So yeah, this was a pretty nice wall. Mille noticed it in time that he can wall. Sadly, he did not notice that Puyo shot slow ghost, ghost shot, the most fucking random combo ever. Which, I guess if you're not paying attention, I can see how it catches you off guard, and that's how the set ends with a 3-7. So yeah, Mille, I hope you enjoyed the help. This is really chaotic. I did not script this at all, but I still hope you can learn something from this. Again, I believe the main thing you have to do is just, man, really try. Really, I'm hammering this point home. You really have to learn your double taps. You really have to. It's just the only way. See ya, man.